was making us believe that having it all was limited to having a family and a career. I got both of those things. Newsflash, it's not enough.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. According to studies, women initiate 70% to 80% of divorces. And it's interesting to study the reasons because you see a pattern in the ages women file divorces the most. This tells us that women may experience specific life stages or circumstances that prompt them to seek divorce. Wong tells everything you need to know about why women initiate 70 to 80% of divorces in her Netflix special, Don Wong. After the show, you can clearly see that Wong drew a lot from her personal experiences and emotions. She really gets into topics that hit close to home, and you can tell that her divorce was a major factor in shaping her outlook. It's like she's sharing her own journey, giving us a glimpse into the complexities and challenges she faced during that time. Of course, it's comedy, and the best comedy is truthful. We're gonna break this video down from a red pill lens. Disclaimer, Patreon supporters salute! You will get the original version of this video because we can't play the audio because of copyright infringement. So the YouTube version is gonna be a bit of a messy video to avoid these copyright claims. Of course, we're gonna provide commentary and highlights in this video. Let's get it. Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we gotta do. Because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we?
You know, I'm very jealous and bitter. See, because when you are a woman with money, power, and respect, your romantic options do not expand. They decline. That when a man finds any ounce of mainstream success in comedy, they get to date models.
It's a bitter pill to swallow for women because they've been telling themselves that money, power, and respect would increase their sexual market value. Because money, power, and respect increases a man's sexual market value in their eyes. That's why it's essential for men to look successful on these dating apps. Keyword successful. An average looking man gains 2 points for making an above average income. Look at some of the top female comedians. If these women were stunning, they would be doing something else. It doesn't matter how much money they make or how famous they are as comedians, it doesn't increase their sexual market value. Women learn this the hard way. That's why they end up jealous and bitter.
Young men in particular, they don't like women with money, power, and respect because they know you can't tell that kind of woman what to do. She's so chill. She doesn't give a fuck about what I do because she's chill. She lets me do whatever I want because she's dead inside. She's chill. I have never ever wanted to date a man that was chill. Because chill don't pay the bills.
First off, it's not just young men that want women to be chill. And once again, she exemplifies the different perspectives of the sexes. When a man wants a woman to be quote unquote chill, he doesn't mean that he wants a woman that is a pushover, doesn't have an opinion, or doesn't respect herself. Or like she said, chill doesn't pay the bills. Men don't mean that women aren't allowed to work. What men mean with quote unquote chill is, imagine sitting at a restaurant with your girlfriend, enjoying the evening. You order your favorite dishes and engage in lively conversation. However, when the waitress brings your food, she accidentally delivers the wrong order. Waitress goes like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I mixed up your orders. Let me fix this right away." Your girlfriend looks at you, maintaining a calm and collected demeanor, and addresses the waitress with a friendly smile. And she says, "No worries at all. Thank you for letting us know. We understand mistakes happen." That's chill. Men are drawn to women who exude grace and positivity in their demeanor, as it reflects their inner strength and captivating spirit. Younger women are happier. Older women seem to carry a monkey on their backs. Exactly how this show started.
You know, I'm very jealous and bitter.
Feeling jealous and bitter because of aging and perceived decline in attractiveness. In this case, the quote-unquote monkey represents the burden of negative emotions and self-perception that makes them exhausting to deal with. This whole show is based on the frustrations she has because she can't get what she wants. So when your girlfriend explodes at the restaurant for getting the wrong order, it's more profound than the wrong order.
Like, you know, Auntie Allie, I think I'm gonna break up with her. Yeah, because she's a boss at work. And so she thinks it's okay to come home and boss me around. Whether she a boss, whether she employed or unemployed, once you get married and have kids, your wife gonna boss you around.
Agreed. I have to add that women with higher education, high-paying jobs, and career women have a higher tendency to be controlling, and they know it.
But most of us, many of us, I'm in recovery, are control freaks. So it's a whole nother way, a whole nother vibe. She raises her hand.
And here is the dilemma. These controlling women don't want a beta male. If she can walk all over her man, she's gonna lose respect, and that's when the disrespect happens. So she will shoot for the alphas and the sigmas. However, when these men put her in her place, she's gonna call these men controlling, judgmental, narcissists, assholes, because her ego does not want to accept that she's not always right and cannot always get her way. Remember this clip?
And he likes to spew facts at me, like men are always guilty when the police come. I'm like, what? Who? Have you been arrested? Last time I checked, you've never even been investigated. What do you mean this always happens? He's like, you know it's true. It's a fact. I'm like, oh my God, it's a fact again. And I do know it's true. I actually watch my poor male clients get arrested for ridiculous stuff all day. I can give you 100 case studies that would break your heart. But when he says that, I want to deck him. And why? Why does it have to be that way? Why can't I just calm down and listen and not be in competition? And I can't.
You see what we mean with chill? She wants to kill her husband for being correct, and she rather picks a fight with him than just simply agreeing with him and the facts. Let's take it a step further.
But Barbara is a woman, and all women are very good at being extremely unpleasant. You can't tell any woman what to do, so you might as well as pick the bitch that will give you health insurance, okay?
Women have the law on their side, and they know they can get away with a lot of this crap. And this is where Bill Burr comes in.
No, they're relentless, they never stop, and there's no reason for them to stop. You know why? Because you can't hit them. That's what it is. Think about that. There's no physical ramifications for being an asshole when you're a woman. Do you know how much of a dick I would be if it was socially unacceptable to kick the shit out of me?
Exactly. What are you gonna do? As a leader, you need some form of authority. And Sean Connery, rest in peace, was talking about it, and immediately he was labeled a misogynist.
And
I didn't love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good. I
think it's bad?
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it. Yeah.
What would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this, they can't leave it alone. They don't want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again and get into a really provocative situation. Then I think it's absolutely right.
To give her a good slap?
Yeah, absolutely.
You see, he provides context. This is the part that these effeminists avoid like the plague. Context. They say you are not allowed to deck a woman no matter what. No matter what, the foolishness.
Fan is not interested in showing me a good time. A lot of my male stand-up comic friends be hooking up with women, beautiful, gorgeous women, through the DMs. It's these dudes who always have 0 followers. Do you know anybody who doesn't know anybody?
Again, women care about status, which is why they flock to men who have it. Men don't care about how many followers a woman has, even though it could be a red flag. But I mean, it doesn't make her more attractive. If she's a 6, she remains a 6 with 1 million followers. And a woman with 1 million followers is still a woman, which means she is hypergamous. So a woman who is a 6 with 1 million followers will look for a man with 1 million followers or higher. It is what it is.
It is so upsetting to a person like me because I think about cheating on my husband. My mom doesn't understand. She can't relate to these feelings of wanting to fool around outside of your marriage because she's an immigrant woman who was born in 1940. I, on the other hand, have met the entire cast of the Avengers.
This is pure gold because this is facts. 40% of women reported cheating for emotional reasons, such as needing attention or wanting to feel desired. This whole show is about Allie wanting attention from high status men, wanting to be desired by high status men. The Avengers cast is a great example. Her story about her mom is exactly what sociology is all about. The impact of society on human behavior and the impact of human behavior on society. The 1940s is generally considered part of the industrial era. During the 1940s, a significant number of jobs involved manual or physical labor. Religion still played a big factor. It took another 20 years before the birth control pill was on the market. In 1969, Governor Ronald Reagan of California signed the nation's first no-fault divorce bill. It took 60 years before social media became a fact. So of course, Allie's mom had a different experience and mindset. Allie is going to explain exactly what goes through a woman's mind and what causes the 70 to 80% divorces initiated by women.
My life has changed dramatically in the past 7 years. 7 years ago, I pressured the shit out of my then boyfriend to propose to me. He proposed, we got married. We bought a house, had 2 kids. Fast forward to 7 years later, present day, I'm like, I don't know why I did that. At the time, my future in comedy was looking very uncertain, you know? I was really struggling. Harvard Business School so that I don't end up homeless. But now, I know that I can make it on my own.
That's the red pill truth right here. Humans are not monogamous by default, but we have the natural instinct to survive and forming long-term relationships. And forming long-term relationships is part of a survival mechanism or strategy. This is exactly what women do. They use men to survive. They need a strong man to make sure the children will be taken care of and protected. Long-term relationships can provide stability, resources, and support, which can enhance survival and reproductive success. It's not a coincidence that this behavior is present across cultures all over the world. Same thing goes for the divorce rate. The moment the world is built and the daddy government steps in, women start filing for divorce and the divorce percentages go up. This happens all over the world. It's not a coincidence. She doesn't need her husband anymore to survive, but she still needs men for attention, to feel desired, and of course, run and maintain this world. This is why women can't go their own way, because men are too useful to completely disregard. That's why women always have beta male orbiters. They keep these men around because they are useful. Keep them around to boost their egos. Keep them around for foodie calls. Keep them around to carry the heavy load. In this next segment, she's gonna explain the biggest problem women have. We're gonna let her talk for almost 2.5 minutes. Disclaimer: due to copyright restrictions on YouTube, we cannot allow her to speak for 2.5 minutes in this video, as it results in copyright infringement. That's why we have created a YouTube-friendly version. However, we highly recommend watching the original footage, as her explanation is pure gold. Let's continue.
And then all of a sudden that somebody reveals a personality trait that you don't like, you could just leave. You didn't fuse your DNA to create human life that will forever ask you, "Where's Daddy?" Like you single people, I too was once free, okay? And then like an idiot, I asked this dude to ask me to go to prison. Generally, our society is very unforgiving of women who cheat on their husbands. And at the same time, it's so forgiving of men who cheat. For women, no matter how much money, power, or respect you earn, you are never allowed to behave badly and get away with it. I want to have it all. I want to have a family, a career, and a side piece.
There you have it, guys. There you have it. Women want it all. They want everything. And they are pushing this narrative of women getting everything, including the side piece. Look at sex life.
I do wake up next to him every day, and I am happy. Oh, God. It's not enough. I'm not leaving my husband. This changes nothing. Now me.
A woman will never be satisfied, especially in modern times where a woman doesn't have to leave the house to experience the paradox of choice. What I like about this segment about freedom is that Ali is fully aware of what's going on. Women know what is right and what is wrong. That's why women want things to be fluid, just like their feelings. They want to do whatever they want without the consequences, without the responsibilities. But somebody has to pay the price. Guess who that is? Now, when it comes to men getting a pass for cheating, this is where context comes in. Because men don't get a pass for cheating. It's high value men, high status men that get a pass for cheating because they are rare and desired by most women. Matter of fact, it's women that give these men a pass for cheating. Look at this clip.
Getting out of the house and finding out that you had fans. From that moment, it was just off to the races. I remember the first girl that hit me up, she would send me messages. And I thought it was a trap. I thought it was like a setup. Then finally I just gave in. And like with anything else, once you give in, it's like, just open up those floodgates. Even when girls found out that I had slept with all these other girls, they still wanted to hook up. And so when you start seeing that, it conditions yourself that there's nothing real to this dating thing. You know, there's no rules.
We don't condone cheating, but it's women that give access to sex. It's women that don't care about other women's relationships. You heard what the man said. These women still wanted to hook up, even though he slept with all these other girls. You would think that would turn them off, right? Wrong. Women want men that are desired by other women. What happened to him is extremely rare. Most men are invisible to most women. So for a man to have an abundance of access to sex is impressive. It's outstanding. For women, it's not impressive. In other words, a key that can open many locks is a master key. And a lock that can be opened by many keys is a shitty lock. Context it is. Ali Wong said it herself.
Not because I'm a good person, only because no worthy opportunity has presented itself.
Women cannot just replace a high value man, a high status man, a high earning man, a man that's desired by many women. And when a woman has experienced a high value man, a high value lifestyle, she's gonna feel that that's what she deserves. And she can't go back in lifestyle. That's why women can't date a bus driver. It's a downgrade in their eyes. And that's the red pill truth. Women don't love you for who you are. They love you for what you can provide. And you do not build equity with women. It doesn't matter what you have done 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 months ago. What matters is what you have done for her lately.
People don't like it when women cheat, and they'll really turn on you because they feel betrayed, especially if you're a mom. It's too contrary to your wholesome, loving image. Not shocked or surprised, so that you don't abandon me when you see the TMZ video of my face getting fire hosed by Michael B. Jordan.
She's not lying here, okay? It's important to her that people don't see her as a terrible person, a terrible mom. That's why she's still in touch with her ex-husband, because there's nothing wrong with him. He's just not Michael B. Jordan or all the other high-status actors in Hollywood she's fantasizing about. She upgraded to a higher status than her husband, and Brifold's Law is all she wrote. Once again, you do not build equity with women. Let's take it a step further.
And while shooting, all of my girlfriends kept on asking me, okay, Ali, on the DL, you gonna hook up with one of your co-stars?
The sisterhood strikes again. Women are the ones who encourage other women to divorce their husbands, cheat on their husbands, hook up with the Chads and Tyrones. Pay attention, guys. These stories are not about average Joes, okay? It's always highly attractive men. And the sisterhood has no problem if one of the sisters hooks up with a highly attractive man. They encourage it. She just told you. Let's take it a step further.
Woman. None of these men can handle me, a strong woman. None of these men want a strong woman. I'm like, you're an annoying woman, but...
Pure gold.
And then these women, they keep telling me about their battle and how ugly it is, how they're fighting for full custody of their kids. I'm like, why?
I talked about the law of cause and effect in a video called To Approach or Not to Approach, why men don't approach women anymore. Men are not stupid. Men are not a bunch of buffoons like the mainstream media portrays them. When you treat these men like shit, what do you think is gonna happen? We talked about the negative effects of the Me Too movement. Women don't think about the long-term consequences of their actions. Ali Wong talks about women fighting for full custody of their children and still acting like they are great women, great mothers. Men discuss these things in the manosphere. Men tell their stories of how they've lost everything in divorce, how these mothers give them hell for trying to see their children. Do you think these men are jumping to get into another marriage? What about the children? The children see everything. Young men rather play their video game or watch porn than actually dealing with women. The numbers don't lie. These 40-plus-year-old women think that the fact that men want to sleep with them equals men wanting to marry them. They learn the hard way that men are checking out. Men are getting their passports. Men are looking to date younger women. Women should hear more often that they are not intimidating to men, but irritating. But we know that's not going to happen because that's the coping mechanism for their shortcomings. It's easier to project their insecurities on men.
But most importantly, he gives me permission to be myself. How do you feel about your wife, Allie, going up on stage in front of all of these strangers, talking about how much she wants to cheat on you?
Just like Will Smith, Ali Wong's ex-husband was letting his wife be herself, and that's why she ended up divorcing him, because just like Jada Pinkett Smith, Ali not only wants to sleep with other men, but she wants to experience different relationships with other men. And when the bag is secured, there is no need for these women to stick around. So she will find a way to get out of this situation. That's why the ball is on our court right now, fellas. We have to think about what's best for us. The traditional relationship thing doesn't work in modern society. Marriage used to be something sacred. Having children used to be everything. You have to change your mindset, or women like Ali Wong are gonna change it for you. You have to be honest with yourself. What happened with Ali Wong is completely normal in modern society. Divorce is most likely to happen. The numbers don't lie. Don't be a fool and think it's not gonna happen to you. The laws are still the same. So if you wanna have children, you have to understand that a woman can take them from you on any given Sunday and you're gonna pay. You might end up in jail if you don't. This is where you lead, guys. And to do that, you need to understand where you're going. If you have no destination, you will never get there. Stay on your purpose and protect yourself at all times.
Do you know how much more successful I would be if I had a wife? Some loving, devoted woman by my side who bought a bunch of fruit besides bananas?
Man, that's where we working. Patreon supporters, salute! This video has officially been highlighted.